Hello guys, welcome back to Numboid. Today we're going to do a video on some partial fraction examples. So this video will be great for people who already know partial fractions or people coming back to partial fractions and just want to go over and strengthen their knowledge. So let's get started. So our first example here is 3x over x minus 1 and x plus 2. And as we know from partial fractions, I probably should have written this a bit neater, sorry about that, we can then split this up and write this as a over x minus 1 plus b over x plus 2. These are just constants that we'll find out. Now if we times up on both sides of the equal sign by x minus 1 and x plus 2, this will give us 3x equals a times by x minus 1, which will give you a, times up by x plus 2 will give you x plus 2, plus b. Same thing applies, but just with the opposite side, so x minus 1. Now we can set a value of x, so one of these constants goes towards 0 and we can find out what the other one is. So if we set x equals minus 2 here, we will get this to get 0, and if we set x to be 1, we'll get this to be 0. And normally when x equals 1 it makes it easier, so let's let x equal 1. So this will give us 3 times 1 is just 3 equals a 1 plus 2, and then this goes towards 0, so plus b 0. So that means that 3 equals 3a, so a equals 1. Now there's two ways to go about it now from this way. I'll do both of them, show you. So the first way to go about it is to put this value straight back in and just set any value of x. So let's say let x equal 0. I mean, you can do that, it makes it a bit, because we haven't got another value, I'm going to actually not go 0, it's a bit silly of me to go 0. We'll put let x be 2. So then we have 6 equals, we know that a equals 1, so then 2 plus 2 equals 4. Plus, now 2 minus 1 equals 1 for this value up here. So then we have b. Now we can take away, so b equals 2, because 6 minus 4 is 2. So that's one way of doing it, but the other way, rather than putting this value in, is to do the exact same way, but just to make a 0. So if we let x equal minus 2, because then minus 2 plus 2 give you 0, this will give us 3 times minus 2 is minus 6 equals 0, plus b minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3b. Now we can divide by minus 3 on both sides to get you 2 equals b. So as you can see, we got the exact same value. Doesn't mind which way you do it, you either put what you found back in and set it to a random x to a different value, or you make this one 0. Either way you get the same result, and so we can write this up here equals a equals 1, so 1 over x minus 1, and then b equals 2, so plus 2 over x plus 2. And that's your result for the first one. Let's move on to the second one. This is our second example here, so if you want to have a pause and give it a go before watching this video, that'd be great. So let's get started. So now we can write this, we can split this bottom and put to x plus 5 and x, so a over x plus 5 plus b over x. So now if we times up by x plus 5 and x, this will leave us with 5x plus 10 equals a x plus b x plus 5. Now we'll just let x equal, we can do 0 or we could do minus 5 to start off. I'm going to do 0 because normally makes it a lot easier. This means that 5 times 0 is 0, so 10 equals a times 0 is just 0, b 0 plus 5 is 5b. And obviously we can just divide by 5 on both sides, so that b equals 2, just like the last one. And now I'm going to do the two different ways of doing it again. So I'll have the one where you put b into it down here, and then where you make this x equals minus 5 here. So first one, we're just going to let x equal 1. So now we have 5 times 1 plus 10 equals 15 equals a. Now we know b is 2, and then 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 12. So now a minus 12, we just have a equals 3. But we'll try the other way as well. So we're just going to make this equal 0, so we're going to have let x equal minus 5. This means 5 times minus 5 minus 25 plus 10 gives you minus 15 equals minus 5a plus 0. So then we can just divide both sides by minus 5, which will leave you a equal 3. So as you can see, they're both the same, which means that's great. So then this up here equals 3 over x plus 5 plus 2 over x. And as you see, that is the answer to this. So if you got this given a go by yourself, that's perfect. Doesn't matter which method you use to find the other constant, just whichever way, as long as you get one, you'll be great. So let's move on to the final example now. So this is our final example. As you see, it's 3x plus 15 over x plus 4 squared. Now we haven't seen a constant, well, something b squared before on the bottom, but what you have to do when you have a value squared is you have your normal constants, and you have your x plus 4, but you need 2, one of them being x plus 4 and one of them being x plus 4 squared. This is because when you times up, you can't just have two values. When you times up by x plus 4 squared, you'll have one of the constants by themselves, which would be this one, because this bottom one cancels out, and then this one will be x plus 4. So as you can see, if we times up by x plus 4 squared, this will leave us with a x plus 4 plus b. Now we do our usual substitution of letting an x equal something, and as you can see here, this one's probably best to make 0 so we can find out b. So if we let x equal minus 4, we see that 3 times minus 4 is minus 12 plus 15 equals 3, but I'll write that out fast. Equals a equals 0, so 0 plus b. This may equal 3 equals b. So now we're going to do the two different methods like we did before. We'll put b equals 3 in this one and set x to be anything we want, so we can put it to 0 if we want, or we can put it to 1. I'm going to let x equal 0 just to make it a bit easier. So now we have 3 times 0 is 0 plus 15 is 15 equals a times 4, 4a plus 3. Now substitute 3, we get 12 equals 4a, and 12 divided by 4 gives you 3. And now if we just do the other method, we can't actually do the other method on this one. I'm mistaken, because there's no way to set this to 0. So this is why sometimes this method of incorporating your constant makes it easier to find out the other one. So now, because we've done this one, we can say that we know that a equals 3 over x plus 4, and we know that b equals 3 plus 3 over x plus 4 squared. So that's great. Well done. If you did this and you got this answer, well done. A trickier one, because it's a different way of splitting it, and you won't get of x value over here to cancel it out. So this is why I showed you both methods. But thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was very helpful, and make sure to like, subscribe and comment anything you'd like to see. Goodbye.